Wouldn't mind anything. Maybe hammer would be cool.
Hammer's always a good one.
Alright, here we go. Let's see what the first item here in Link's house will be. A little bit of love.
And we know that it's not going to be a sword start, as the uncle left the house without a sword.
Does that actually mean that he won't have a sword?
Yep.
Oh. Craziness, I didn't know that. The more you learn. Alright, just a quick drop down here into this well, and we'll grab our first item from Uncle.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Dang, the bombs!
So let's mark 1 on your side for commentary curse there.
Yes, please. Thank you. Hopefully I can stay low and just have that be the only one.
Well, I did say that I didn't want bow, and they didn't get bow, so maybe that's one for each of us, where we're even.
True. I do know that Willard is pretty familiar with bomb starts. Let's see how Arius does.
Yeah, bomb start is one of the more interesting ones, but when you learn it, it's definitely very impressive to do.
Yeah, it's very, very swaggy when you don't even have to do it if you can do it.
And it is true that they won't need to grind for any bombs to get the last 3 items in escape.
Very nice, quick for both of them. Alright, so we did get that key from the first chest. So that means that we should see an item in the Dark Cross room. And then if we get the map before heading into the back of Escape, then we know that there's probably also an item in Sanctuary.
Oh!
Ooh. I guess they don't have to use bomb shots now.
Yeah, it's a good thing they both picked up those tiny magic pots in the very first room there by that first chest in Escape, so they can use their cane here.
Indeed. That is very fortunate. I always tend to do that anyways. I probably don't always need to, but this is a great example of why it helps. It's also nice to have, not that you necessarily need it in this mode, but having something like Cane of Samaria when you have to do dark rooms, because you can drop a block, pick it up and carry it with you, and you can kind of track where you're going. But with this mode, they're going to have the lamplight in the back of Escape, so. And they got 3 bombs from Zelda's chest there, so we still haven't seen the map. So depending on what the 4 chests here in the back of Escape give us, we may not even be seeing anybody open the Sanctuary chest if that's where the map is.
Yeah, definitely an early example of counting your items. So we'll have to see if both the racers here will decide to pick up those other tiny magic pots in the dark basement rooms. I think there's one right before the room where you had to be required to destroy the rat for the key.
It would be nice to get some early boots too. I know that's one of Arius' favorite things to get.
Oh, there's another. I didn't know there was one there. That's nice to know.
Willard got lucky with the pattern on that snake room. Didn't have to get hit by a snake walking through. Looks like Willard also picked up an extra 20 rupees from a drop somewhere, so he's got enough to buy some extra bombs in Kakariko, though he probably won't need it. Nice. Both quick kills on the rat. Moving into the back of Escape to check the last 3 chests here and see if we'll be opening the chest in Sanctuary. And there's the map, so we'll be getting a check here in just a second.
A lot of money in the castle sewers this time.
Yeah, that'll help with clearing out some of the Kakariko checks, bottle vendor, getting an early start on our Zora money as well. Oh, and a bee-torp.
Bees!
The bee's knees. One more thing to make the Kakariko check a lot more efficient. Can check the sick kid on their way through. We have a red crystal at Tower of Hera, vanilla green pendant at Eastern, and a regular crystal at Desert Palace. Arius makes the play straight into the Lost Woods, sees the fire rod.
Toasty!
Very, very nice. Oh, and the crab, the bush crabs dropping packs of 8 bombs. Guess they probably won't be buying any.
They're very handy to have, especially with the tree pole just being, at least that one tier of tree pole just being hearts. And there's just another bottle with, it looked like a fairy inside of it,
Yep.
inside the lumberjack cave there. So, Aghanim not required for that.
Willard will be picking up his fire rod here while Arius runs down. Alright, 5 chests here in Blinding's hut. Plus 5 bombs, a little bit of love, lots of love. 5 rupees, and the last chest in the back. More bombs. Probably make a quick swing down to check the bottle vendor. Ah. Alright, so we'll do it after the well. Another quick 5 items here. Big 20. Moving on into the back, and we get plus 5 arrow capacity upgrade. $50 moon pearl. Oh, yeah, the hammer.
What are those doing down there? I guess that's a hammer to break that jawbreaker. You ever have jawbreakers as a kid, and then you use a hammer to break it open because you get too tired of sucking on it?
Yeah. Well, I know that all too well. So that puts us pretty much just some gloves away from Darkworld access. Nothing in the chicken hut.
And just more bombs from Sick Kid.
He knew that he was 6, so he wanted to give his fireworks away to somebody else to play with today. And more rupees. Can't tell if there's been more big 20s or more bombs this seed.
Well, there's another big 20, so...
Probably won't be coming back for that once they pick up their boots.
And Aria's here checking out the race game. Oh, those are meds. Don't save. Okay, there we go. That muscle memory.
Yep. Oh, that's really early Dark World access. That's that opens up a whole lot of things in this seed. Well, here we go. So, do you finish the light world checks that you can do, like the south part of the shore, or do you just head straight into Dark World as the logic kind of seems to be pointing you that way?
Personally, with this amount of hearts and still green mail and no sword, I still check the light world.
Yeah, I usually do too. Alright, so Arius picks up his gloves, Willard grabs it right after. And then we'll be heading to the South Shore on Arius' side. Willard doing the same. Yep. Oh, okay. I was gonna say he's gonna make me eat my words.
Didn't you just have dinner?
I know, and I'm very full. Not much in the dam, just a +5 item upgrade on the outside. Soggy bombs, we don't need more bombs.
Now with, let's see how Arius takes care of the mini moldworms here. Yes, you have the hammer. Although you're kind of low on hearts here.
Yeah.
Making decisions. Going for our friend the bee.
Big 20, more bombs! Another big 20!
More bombs! Little heart. Now Willard, having some magic, goes for the cane strats in the cave there.
Ooh, finishes it up right with his last block, too. Arius looks to be making a play over here to check Hype Cave.
Willard walking out looks like he's gonna probably head over to Ice Rod Cave.
Yeah, there could be something big back there. Another rod, another cane, boots, flippers.
Or not.
Quick 5 items. Wow.
Gonna
fake
fake
flipper.
flipper instead.
Ooh. Yeah, that's pretty hype, I'd say. Hook shot, Fisher Price shield, and a red boomerang.
That's a good lot of items there.
Yep. Willard getting 50 rupees and a little bit of love from the waterfall. Looks like Pod is our other 5/6 crystal. Skullwoods will take the red pendant, and Meyer takes the blue. So
Willard
really
is-
nice.
Yeah, Willard peeking up at Zora while he's up here sees that the powder's on the Zora ledge.
It's pretty nice to see already having Fire Rod and Cane of Samaria before having to go into Turtle Rock. We're just going to be hunting for that elusive Ice Rod. Oh, Arius takes that hit. Like you said, green male in the Dark World with only 4 hearts can be pretty hard.
Pretty dangerous, especially with those chompy boys that just gotta chase after as soon as you enter that screen. Willard, water walking over to the hobo, gets more bombs.
All the bombs. We have set us up all the bombs. Arius getting unlucky with some of those green soldier chases because they will stop your hookshot if you don't catch that frame correctly.
Willard going for the gonna look like he's gonna sell his golden bee here, get a cool I think it was 100 rupees for that.
80, I believe. Oh, it is 100. I was thinking it was 4.
And he decided not to check the Ice Rod Cave, probably going for the higher item density in the Dark World here, going to be entering it from the Kakariko side.
Yep. We got Skullwoods you can check pretty easily. If you had a sword, you could finish it. Thieves Town, all of Village of Outcast. We'll start with the chest game.
We got our money back.
And then some. Pulling open the Thieves Town entrance, but hopping over to check C-shaped house, maybe the brewery, and then probably jumping right into Thieves Town.
Alright, let's see what the Thieves Town overworld has. These first 4 chests are all easily accessible. Ooh, there's a sword.
Nice.
One of these is definitely going to hold the big key, as we need that to get farther in the dungeon, but the other 3 are just toss-up.
And we will know also if we see a small key in these first 4 chests that there is either a dungeon item or an actual game item within the big chest here in Thieves Town. The logic can put that small key inside of that big key chest, but we'll see if we'll need that. Willard following right behind.
And luckily with getting the hammer that early, not only for Dark World access, but that means they can finish this dungeon completely.
Having a sword also helps a little bit with that, so you don't have to do hammer strats or Samaria strats with low magic if you're at blind.
Yeah, that becomes a, shmup at that point.
Yeah, it's never fun.
Especially, still pretty low on health resources right now. But then I think anything like under 2 rows is low, but...
Yeah, I'm the same, especially in Dark World. Though with the blind fight, because it is a pattern, sometimes it is easy to avoid a lot of the damage that you may normally take.
Yeah, especially with a sword, you can get into that guaranteed pattern. And I know that Arius is an NMG runner, so I'm sure they know the strat to keep blind pretty reasonable.
Ooh, Willard getting stuck with these stupid red jellies in the hallway.
It's like, move!
Made it out, though. That one got stuck. Alright, so looks like the last two items are going to be in the big chest and on blind. Fortunately, they grabbed the hammer from the Kakariko well early. Big 20. Again, why am I not surprised? Alright, Arius possibly looking for a little bit more health drop before heading over to do blind. Just for some extra safety.
That Stalfos not playing nice, unfortunately. And yeah, your stun prize this time is just 5 rupees, so no health from there, but just missing a heart and a half. Blind with an appropriate summer quote.
Ooh, fireball to the head. Nice.
Good job. A little bit off script, but was able to recover quickly. And
Ooh.
mitts!
I was going to say, there wasn't very much. But, that sword and that mitts, so that's pretty good. That gets them access to do blacksmiths here and hammer pegs if they want to swing by and do those. Looks like Willard's making quick work through blind here as well. Nice.
Very good. Very clean.
Alright, Arius is going to run over and do the hammer pegs real quick. He may be waiting to do blacksmiths when he gets the mirror, so he can do purple chest at the same time.
And Skull Woods is also open if they want to go over there. That is one of the it is a non-green pendant, but you never know. Moth might be hiding something.
Yeah, or it could be first 2 items in the very front, super quick. Probably run over and do the digging game, and then chase through any other items and things that they may want to pick up in the Dark World.
Only 6 digs to get to the center of the earth today for a nice 300 rupees.
Yeah, that puts him right at Zora money, so... with both glove upgrades. We may be thinking about that. We do know that Willard already checked everything but Zora up there, so having flippers would also be pretty nice to check those as well.
Willard dug a little bit longer to get some, I guess, to get some more money there. He's also over the Zora mark at this point.
Yeah, but he's probably thinking pod.
Pod too. I always forget about Scam Monkey.
Though Arius grabbing that other $100 from Stumpy, he's at that point as well. Oh, Arius gonna make the play for Death Mountain? Wow! Dark Death Mountain checks. So since Willard hasn't been over to Hype Cave yet to pick up his hookshot, shield, and red boomerang, he's going to take the frog on a quick world tour. Maybe he'll also swing up to check the pyramid, which Arius tried to check earlier, and then possibly all the way up to Catfish. Arius is fortunate enough to save the old man from a deep, dark cave where the old man found a mushroom.
That makes a lot of sense.
I found some weird old mushroom growing in the cave. You can have it. Spectacle rock inside, only 50 rupees.
And outside, just 10 arrows.
Yep, and it looks like Willard is not going to take the frog on a full world tour, just a half world tour. Having Titan's Mitts definitely makes the Death Mountain play quite a bit better because you can check Dark Death Mountain, Hookshot Cave, a whole lot of stuff that's up here. Starting with Paradox Cave. 7 chests. Oh.
Well, take a look. It's in a book.
But are we going to find a reading rainbow?
We are pretty high up in the sky, being on a mountain and everything.
Oh, we got some blue shoes.
Oh,
and some red shoes.
Oh my god, shoes.
Oh, wow. Let's get some shoes. And a sword. It's perfect to have 2 girls commentating when they get both shoes in the same room. Like,
yes.
See,
that was definitely a shopping mall in there with the book, shoes, bookstore, shoe store, sword store.
Yes, sword store. I mean, I like to cook, so knives and cooking, totally appropriate.
You'd think a sword would be better to use as like a skewer, stick a roasted pig on your sword and go have some barbecue.
It is the Master Sword, so you can hit the pig at the end of the game.
Oh, yeah, and that does open up the tablets, and Aria's heading right over the nearby tablet. Just an arrow upgrade with that, but hey, it's open.
Quick dip into Hera. Grab that shortly. Alright, so big key there in the first basement. We still may need to check the basement though. Like the full basement. Coffee break basement. Never mind. There's gonna be a compass in the basement. Well, let's see what's here. Okay, not a compass in the basement. Okay, there is an item in the basement.
Well, I guess we'll be getting our Starbucks anyway. Like I said, Death Mountain's a mall today.
For sure. Starbucks and some shoes. With the Master Sword. I was gonna say you could do sword spins, but the hammer is probably still faster.
Yeah, a little bit more annoying depending on which direction you set it facing. He's doing it downwards, so easy to see that hitbox there. Upwards is the hard one, but just another big 20.
So there could be progression in the basement.
And we're
Willard
heading right back in there.
also, yeah, and while Willard makes the ether check as well.
Yeah, other than those couple extra checks that Willard has done, he's pretty much just been following straight up in Arius' shoes.
Both shoes. Both pairs at the same time. You got one blue and one red on.
And good coffee break here.
Alright, while Willard makes his climb, Arius should be finishing up here, using the fire rod as his light source to gain access to the chest down here. That is not the progression we were looking for.
No, not the best of items.
We still have Spiral Cave to check and all of Dark Death Mountain. So
yeah, it's better not to, well, I don't know, because you do have the mountain, the old man's house open if you did do a death warp out of the basement. But I think you want to stay on the top half of Death Mountain here and go via Turtle Rock Warp, as Arius is doing, checking the floating island too. Oh, gonna do
falls down.
what do you call it? Spiral Cave, fast Spiral Cave, and Troldworm's trolling.
Yes.
What's new?
Though, if you do depth warp within a dungeon, you just start at the beginning of the dungeon again, so you don't have to choose a location like Link's house or anything to start from.
True. It's late. also that interesting second Trolldorm fall by Willard. He tried to jump down and got bumped back with his sword out and got stuck on a corner for a bit before falling.
Yeah, definitely very trolly of the Moldorm this evening. Gets him third time's a charm, a couple hammer smashes. Willard finishing that up. He should be taking a dip into the basement. Just to chance not missing out on something in that item.
You don't want that to be like your bow or your ice rod or something.
Yep. Super Bunny Cave, not wielding very much. So we'll be heading on to check Hookshot Cave, and then probably a quick check over to the Turtle Rock Medallion. As we know, it is a crystal.
So, also to note, so far, all of this Death Mountain stuff is technically out of sequence for where they are, because they would need either the flute or the lamp at this point to get up there.
True.
So you gotta wonder where and when will that loop be closed?
There may be something in Skull Woods, because they got Fire Rod pretty early. And their first sword was in Thieves Town. All of that is in sequence. King's Tomb and Bonk Rocks are going to also be out of sequence with boots up on the mountain. Well,
Toasty sword.
Yes, indeed.
Sure have a lot of offensive power at this point, but not so much defensive.
Yeah, still first row of hearts, green mail, little tiny shield. Still on that first row of hearts. But that does complete the first row, so Arya is probably now doing a quick lumberjack check. Which we know is a fairy in a bottle. So, without bow, pod is kind of meh. You still have Skull Woods. So, I'm thinking that probably flute or lamp are going to be in Skull Woods.
Yeah, it's either there or in some, weirdo spot. Like
Purple
in the,
chest?
partway through a dungeon that they can access but not finish or something.
Agnes Cave over here.
Yeah, heading over there and possibly gonna pop into desert just because got that book.
Out of sequence on the mountain.
True, yes.
In the mountain. Swamp and Ice Palace. Ice Palace and Swamp. The flippers were up on the mountain too, so they're out of sequence. Nice. Ether for Turtle Rock. Thanks, Willard. Alright, so Desert is boots locked, but...
Yeah, good thing we found it all together in the mall.
Yeah. Still out of sequence, so... Both runners with the tempered sword now. I mean, you could find bow in Skull Woods that leads to flute or lamp at Eastern or Pod. Or they could just be nice and give us flute in Skull Woods. Willard heading back over to the oh, Willard's gonna do the thing.
And they do
The
have
Batman thing.
Mushroom and Cane Samaria here, so...
Still out of sequence because Mushroom is from the old bin.
This is a silly little thing where you use the mushroom, switch over to Cane of Samaria really quickly in your menu, and then your mushroom becomes the powder. And you can give it to Batman, and he's okay with that.
Because, you know...
Ah,
well...
it's Flute. Flute is the Death Mountain access.
Yep. We do still have purple chest, though I think without the mirror, is that technically in logic? So it's probably in Skull Woods.
You can save and quit with purple chest. Pretty sure.
Ooh, almost with that one cycle on Land Moments.
Meh, that's another crystal.
Yeah, for sure. It doesn't hurt at all.
Willard, meanwhile, ducking into Skull Woods, found the legendary single arrow in that back chest there. Debated about save quitting, but heading further in now.
This chest, of course, will be a guaranteed key to get you through the door. But this next chest could be the flute. Or another small key. Alright, let's check the back then. Or not.
Doesn't have any magic, so he can't fire rod into the back there, into the Mothula area.
Right, but he still has the vanilla big key chest in that second door that he could have checked.
But he's gonna go grab that purple chest and save and quit.
There could be something here too.
Arius, meanwhile, doing those checks that Willard did earlier when he fake flippered.
Yeah, we know that it's not going to yield too much until he runs up Zora Ledge, grabs the powder, and possibly checks what King Zora has.
Well, there's just another heart piece from the purple chest, so we're out of locations for that toot flute.
Yeah, unless it's in Eastern Palace, which is a pendant. But nobody likes to go there without a bow or a light source. So lamp still being behind mushroom, behind powder even, is Arius is really gonna go in an ice palace? Wow.
Interesting. I mean, it is a crystal.
Yeah. But still out of sequence, so...
Yeah, out of sequence and pretty early. But, hey. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Definitely not anything I would have anticipated.
Butter in the fridge.
Wow. So, unless Willard only heads into Ice Palace as go mode and doesn't even bother to open that chest after he kills all of the penguin's in that room, which he still needs keys and stuff, so I don't see why he wouldn't. Then both runners should end up with the butter sword. Quick work of the stall floats there.
Yeah, that double kill is always very impressive. Here we go with everyone's favorite bomb jump.
One and done. Willard also opting to quick kill Lanmolas.
Yeah, since you're here and Meyer is a pendant, might as well get it all done with.
Yeah, I think also logically, there is an item on Lanmolas, so they may be thinking progression could be there. Though, again, out of sequence.
Yeah, this out of sequence loop is getting wider and wider as we keep going here.
Willard needing that. Oh, next little bit of magic to open the doors here.
Yeah, today's sequence break was going up Death Mountain without the lamp and not having flute yet. So going through the dark room to rescue the old man, and Death Mountain was loaded. It had the boots, the flippers, the book, Master Sword. So everything up there that's been leading to these other locations, Desert, Ice Palace, is technically out of sequence, and we found the lamp on Batman in the Batcave.
With a fake powder.
With a fake powder, because powder is on the Zora ledge, which requires flippers.
So you have to get the flute to go to Death Mountain, to get the flippers, to then get the powder and the mushroom, to then get the lamp, to then be in sequence. Yeah. Yeah, flippers, boots, book. All of them up at Death Mountain. Both that, I guess, Dark World, Death Mountain didn't really have very much either. Hookshot Cave was empty. There wasn't anything in Bunny Cave, so...
And there's the Ice Palace Big Key, and Arius found the blue mail in the appropriate dungeon earlier, so a little bit more comfy in terms of defensive abilities now to match with that offensive capabilities on the Butter Sword.
Yes. Willard doing double duty with the mushroom. He's going to run over and turn that into the witches real quick. And it looks to be that Ice Palace was also Samaria blocked. Fortunately, we got Samaria very early. Cold Stare should be holding a small key.
Ice Palace is definitely one of the more confusing dungeons, with a lot of possibilities depending on what items you start with.
Yes.
It's very easy to get what you think is stuck in it, when you really just need to either mirror back to the start of the dungeon, or, you know, do something creative.
An ether medallion. I'm missing a key somewhere in my mind. Very quick fight, though, with Cold Stare when you have that butter sword.
Oh yeah, shove him in the corner and melt him with the butter. So that ether is required to get into Turtle Rock. So that means we'll be having to clear Ice Palace before we go into Turtle Rock there, and Zora just having a little tiny piece of heart.
And Willard skipping powder. Not that he needs it now that we've done the fake mushroom, but it helps to have that for anti-fairies and bunny beans, but... Interesting. He's making the same play to Ice Palace, I think? Okay.
Yeah.
And it looks like Arius may be heading straight to Turtle Rock. I don't know what else he'd be doing up here.
Squeeze through that squirrel.
Nice.
Yeah, Arias hadn't checked Turtle Rock yet, so going ahead and opening this portal up. I'm gonna be happy to see that. Yeah, you got the medallion for that.
But will he go in?
It's gonna at least open it up.
Willard now is also on the 4th level sword, the gold sword.
And we have Turtle Rock Dip. Sub-hour Turtle Rock entry. That's something different.
Alright, big key on the right side there. Heading over to the spike room, which should be smoky, so he can progress on into the Poke room and then to the Chain Shots room.
Good old logic there.
Alright, Chain Chomps. I hate this room.
I mean, he's a little
Nice.
low on health, but... Come on, Chain Chomps, go away from that chest. It's my chest. It's not my chest, it's Arias' chest, but... There we go.
Willard picking up his blue shirt. And I believe Arias is probably just going to steal the key from this room and then go on. Since we already have the big key. He's going to check it.
And we are still looking for a good number of items here.
Willard doing the bomb jump over here. That, I think saves him a key. Alright, Arius heading over to the eyeball room here, and then he'll be coming back in around the Turtle Rock big key chest. I mean the big item chest.
No mimic cave possible because don't have the mirror yet.
Right.
Hopefully it doesn't have anything in it this time around, because that'll be a very, very painful trek back to check. Although, depending on if he finds Ice Rod here or not.
Yeah, he'll be making this climb back if he doesn't find something at Laser Bridge. And Willard heading into his fight against Cold Stare.
Oh yeah, because Arius didn't do any fake powder shenanigans with Batman. Gotta do the maze room here in the dark.
And another quick kill of Cold Stare on Willard's end. Arius did hit the switch, so he'll just be a second longer before he heads towards Laser Bridge.
Yeah, being in the brackets here with this tournament, this is the top 64 players that we're in this round is being for right now. Gonna see a lot of those very clean movements and more swaggy strats when it comes to navigation and bosses.
All right, Willard heading over to Ice Rod Cave. That could also have the flute.
Yeah, that's one early location that wasn't checked. Arius took the safety door in Turtle Rock and took a death there after checking the first chest here. Trying to slip past these lasers.
So you need one small key from either of these chests, the vanilla small key, and then one more item in that next chest. Hopefully it's the ice rod, or he'll just be saving and quitting and coming back another time. Ooh!
I dig it.
Shovel.
I dig it.
And Ice Rod Cave did not have a flute. Ice Rod in the dig spot would be really, really trolly.
That'd be rude. Let's see what's there. We're gonna see what's there right now. Just
big 20. All right, Willard's making the eastern play. We did check these 3 chests of Sahashalas. And let's see if there's anything at Eastern Palace now. Arius seems to be making similar movement. Oh, nope. He may be thinking Zora's now since he went straight to Ice Palace before. No catfish check. Chat.
Yeah, so overall we're looking for the bow, the flute, obviously, and mirror.
Ice Rod.
Ice Rod, yes.
And potentially another medallion if something's in Mire.
Yeah, Mire is not required for completion in terms of getting into Ganon's Tower. However, there might be something back there that is required to get something that's required for Ganon's Tower, and a big old string there.
Or potentially pedestal.
Oh yeah, nobody's read the pedestal yet.
We do have the book, and nobody's finished Skullwoods, or at least checked the back end. So without Mirror, it kind of is an out of the way location to check.
So Willard did a nice hook shot over to that chest on that right side of Eastern and got the flute.
Nice. Everything is now in logic. We are not confused anymore.
there she blows.
And Arius did grab his powder, so he will probably be stopping by the witch's hut to turn on the mushroom. And then possibly going to Kakariko to check the bat, which will then give him his lamp. Pretty exciting to get that flute. And Arius now finding out it's just a load of bombs. Alright. Pretty sure that Willard got everything in Eastern. Probably won't be making a check back there. Willard heading back to activate his flute. And then we'll probably see like a quick Meyer shed check. And the duck is free. The other day I was driving home from work and I saw a duck flying and I was like, the goose is loose! And then I was like, I do too much randomizer.
I just saw a duck swimming in a river the other day, and the silver arrows on the pyramid there.
Very helpful. Willard doing a pedestal check. Ooh, half magic. Probably not gonna get it, but
I mean, I guess it's nice to know that it's there, that you won't be expecting it, and just to kind of... I know that both players have picked up a blue potion from the witch's hut,
yeah.
So they might be thinking, I might want to save that for something.
That looked like a Bombos Meyer, but hopefully we don't have to dip in there. Ah, Ether Meyer. Okay. Both of our dungeons requiring Ether medallions, so he could dip in there, and he is gonna dip in there. All right. Arius also doing the pedestal play just to see, especially I'm sure he's probably thinking, I've already been in Turtle Rock, where is that ice rod gonna be?
Yeah, it's a good decision just to check it, because ice rod is that one item. Probably a little sigh of relief there that, okay, I don't have to... don't have to clear all those... I mean, Pendant Eastern and Skull Woods isn't that bad. Pendant Meyer, nah, to full clear that. Especially without bow yet.
Yep. But having silvers, as soon as you get the bow, Meyer would be super easy. Alright, so while Willard's checking in here, potentially finding maybe ice rod or mirror. We'll see where Arius goes. We still need a clear check of Skull Woods, since I think there's one item left there.
Yeah, there's a few. There's still a handful of locations that they can reach. Nothing all really too much grouped together, I think, but
Yeah. Looks like Willard's trying to find the big key here. Probably a vanilla big key.
you're heading down to the cutscene room.
Okay, so both items in Skullwood were actually found.
Good to know.
A single arrow and a big 20. Oh wait, I was thinking it was a big 20, but it was a key. So there is still an item in Skullwoods. I was right.
Willard playing a little roulette there. Where do I want to go? Oh, I have the flute. I probably should go to the cave. Mountain cave being the no matter where you want to go, it's the fastest to start from, just because it's a short distance to leave that area once you get the flute. But he's heading over to east side Dark Mountain here. Possibly Turtle Rock in it?
Might be. Arius is going to check the Skullwoods big chest here, as he grabbed a vanilla location big key in Skullwoods. He may not find anything here, and the second item could potentially be on Mothula or in the... Yeah, so it's either on the chest under the bridge or on Mothula. Arius is going to make that back end dip just to see what's there.
For some reason, I always have a habit of picking up that extra key in that skull in that room there. Even when I don't really need it. It's just like, I need to have it.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna go do Mothula first.
There goes that blue potion. Oh! That mummy dropped a full magic refill right after he used the blue potion.
Yeah, that's bad timing. I mean, it would have been really good timing, but... Alright, Mothula fight, real quick. Ooh, almost got snagged by that full master. Super quick.
I think that was a boss fight. Was that a boss fight?
Yeah, I blinked. I wasn't too sure, but he did get the fire shield from Mothula, so the other item is not required. Save and quit before even picking up the pellet.
Yeah, so not even bothering to give Mothula the, dignity to pick up his pendant.
Alright, so Arius is heading over to Eastern. He's already checked Sahashwala's hut, so he forgot that he already checked Sahashwala's hut. Oh no. I feel like somebody did it already.
No.
Oh wait.
Because Willard did not either, so I don't think either of them have even gone to Eastern until now. Or well, I mean,
still thinking of
they
a
didn't
different
put it-
seed I commentated.
That's okay. They all run together sometimes.
Well, Arius will be grabbing his flute here in a moment. Willard will be heading towards Laser Bridge, where he'll grab his shovel.
And then where do you think to next?
There's gotta be Mirror and Pod or something. Bow. It's gotta be like a mirror location.
Yeah, other
Like
than
Swamp Palace.
what other one-off checks do we have that we can access?
I'm pretty sure they've done all of them that they have access to right now. I mean, they've checked Bonk Rocks, King's Tomb, all of Ice Palace, both of TR. Arius pretty much finished Skullwoods with, without the pendant.
Yeah, and then I think the rest of the locations, like, Graveyard Ledge, Bumper Ledge, Spike Cave, they can't all check yet.
Right. They're all kind of out of sequence and logic for now. Willard's done the Smiths. Catfish got checked, right?
Yeah, Catfish was just bombs.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that Mirror has to be holding something somewhere. And I think Pod is the only other place that they could check right now in Logic that is going to have something. And it could potentially hold both Bow and Mirror. And Ice Rod could be in Swamp Palace. Got Checkerboard Cave too. Bombos Medallion.
Yeah, other
tablet.
mirror locked locations, yeah.
Yep.
Looks like Arius is following the flute breadcrumb there and gonna be check the mire shed and possibly making that dip into mire as well.
Willard doing the dig for his big 20.
Nice shovel dash there.
Yeah, that's really good. Willard looks to be heading off into Dark World, so probably going to Pod. There really is just nowhere else to check.
Yeah, it's down to this. Pod has to have something in that early section there, or it's not going to be bow locked at this point. There has to be some path through it to get a thing.
Unless the first chest is a mirror, and then Bow is in a mirror location.
True, yes. It's not the thing that Pod has is not going to be bow locked. Or at least one of the things. It could have two things.
Yeah.
Well, they're gonna... Yep, picking up his silvers.
Meow.
Shiny!
And to pod we go.
Alright, let's roll the dice here. What's it gonna be?
It's gotta be Mir. I feel like it has to be Mir. I mean, it couldn't be Ice Rod and then Mir or Bow on Trinix. That would be so rude.
Yeah, Mir's definitely the one that's gonna open up the most availability for stuff. Yeah, and it opens up Swamp Palace, which is,
Yep.
loaded, and also the last crystal that they need to access here.
Right. You do have Pyramid Fairy after pod, so if we get the bow here, and finish up pod, then you could check Pyramid Fairy, which could potentially have a mirror or an ice rod. Alright, so Willard using the potion trick to force these mimics here and the room to shift so that he can trick the game into thinking that all of the enemies in the room have died, which causes the door to open.
Because if you can't see them, then they're obviously dead.
I mean, that's how it works, right? If I can't see you, you can't see me. Big key is bow locked. Arius checking a couple overworld locations that he still has not checked. We know this is only a small piece of heart.
Willard making his way to the back of pod, where all the good stuff is. Oh, doing hammer yump?
Yep. He did get the big key on the bow side, so... Oh... I knew the mirror would be here.
There it is.
I suppose Bo could still be here too, right?
I mean, it's hard to see with how the key logic has been.
Yeah, I don't
mean, it was
think
just
so anymore.
There's the big key on the side there, and then is that it?
I think he gets.
Oh.
Oh. What? Okay.
Does Pod have everything?
Not the bow.
Almost everything.
This chest is going to be a key, which will get him to Helmasaur after he gets the bow. So now Willard can go complete Turtle Rock since he has the ice rod, and he may think about mirroring at Mimic Cave just to check it. Because where's that bow at? But Arius making that quick follow right into pod. He'll be picking up... Well, he may not be getting anything. Because the big key... Well, I guess... Ice Rod is still in the basement. And Mirror, so long as you get enough keys...
Doing the mirror checks now. Oh,
Oh, bow. Okay. Well, that does put Willard into go mode. Double dip. Pod.
well, at least it wasn't on, like, Vitreous
Trinex?
or Trinex.
Yeah.
I mean, Trinex is a crystal, so it's not too bad.
Yeah,
Beat him
but
anyway.
you kind of want to do Trinex last so that you're already up on Death Room
Yeah, so
before
you're
you head
already
over to
there.
Ganon's Tower.
It also does mean Go Mode Swamp Palace.
Yes.
So that was a very good check there. Like, personally, I would have probably headed into Swamp and, just because of the density of the items.
Okay, we know that Arius just found the map. And this will be his ice rod. I wasn't sure if that actually popped up in the dark rooms. Okay, so he making his way through this room in the dark is scary.
Yeah, in the dark. 2 hearts. Was hoping that he had a potion there, and
Nothing. Oh no! Oh no.
oh no.
Oh no, no, no. Go back.
Willard. Whoops. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure it's a vanilla boss key chest that wasn't checked for one of them. I think they had a key in it, but there's also one in the basement there, so.
Right, and the other small key that Arius needs is on the right side, bow locked.
Right, because if you would have otherwise gotten the, get the basement small key to trade a key for a key in the vanilla boss key chest, and then.
And Arius is probably thinking mirrors on Trinex or something. Or lamp. But we know lamp is at Batcave.
Oof, having to. I mean, he's good at it, but I just don't like heading through that dark platform maze room.
Yeah, that's
again.
true. Dark rooms everywhere. So Willard will quickly finish up Pod, head over to Swamp, go mode that, probably head up to Turtle Rock, get that completed, and then dip into Ganon's Tower to finish it up quite quickly. The only other thing that he could potentially be looking for would be red mail, since he knows where powder is. And I don't think he needs anything else.
Always the most satisfying kill to do Helmasaur with the silver arrows.
Yeah, but it's pretty quick with Buttersword too. All right. Picking up the pod crystal completes the 5/6 dungeon requirements, but I doubt we'll see him checking the Pyramid Fairy. He'll do a quick flute to floor, and then head to the Dark World, open up Swamp.
Go mode swamp is definitely a thing I haven't seen in a while.
Well, Arius is going to do Trinax real quick. Butter Sword's going to be 3 quick slashes to each head, and then should finish it up. Ooh, a little early on that swap to the Fire Rod.
There we go, getting it that time though, and only one missed shot.
Nice. Not bad.
Getting in the spin position.
And done.
Oh, there's the red clothes.
Yeah. So I guess they won't be looking for anything.
Yeah, those are a nice little freebie to get.
So now, does Arius think he needs to do a few last overworld checks or head right back into pod? And, oh, he's probably heading to Spike Cave? Nope. Nope. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't think he has a potion to get through Spike Cave without any protection.
Yeah. Well, he's heading towards Kakariko, hopefully. Nope. He was thinking about it.
You're thinking
Oh.
about... Was thinking about finishing Meyer, I suppose, but changed his mind and heading Dark World Kakariko.
Wonder what's in his mind. Purple chest? I know Willard did purple chest, but... Oh, has he not done...
No, he hasn't. No
Ooh.
blacksmith yet.
But this could still lead him to Batcave. Potentially.
Yes, he does have the powder. That'll at least get him the lamp, which...
Yeah, gets him back into pod so that he can do the dark maze and get his mirror. No mirror yet.
But Willard, sneezed and took down boss of Swamp Palace there. Heading back up Turtle Rock.
When you have bow, silvers, and butter sword, Argus is a big joke. Alright. Arius here. Hopefully he remembers to pop in and do bat while he drops off the blacksmith. Check the bat. Jack the Bat.
Jack the Bat.
Wait.
No, you already got the item there.
Yay, the bat. Okay, good. Okay, so hopefully this gets him straight to pod right away. So you can grab that mirror and then hopefully just head straight to checkerboard like Willard did. But he might be thinking Graveyard Ledge, south of the Grove Cave, or just straight into Swamp Palace.
Yeah, there's a lot of mirror checks that get opened. And I think Willard picking that checkerboard cave there, either from past experience or just, picking one corner and starting with that one.
Yeah.
Just turned out very well.
Well, he went to the Dark World, so maybe he's thinking purple chest first. Yeah. All right. Turn in the purple chest. Flute to 5. Get the mirror. Flute to 5. Flute to 5.
We're just gonna start chanting all of the things.
Yay, flute. Yay, 5.
5.
Not Easter, no. No. He's probably thinking green pendant now. But he doesn't have the bow. Where are you going?
He left, I believe, Eastern right after he got the flute.
You're right.
So he still has a couple little more chests to check.
Holy cow, Willard. You need to slow down a little. That was a 0 cycle.
I blinked. That's a boss?
Yeah.
Get him before the corner too. Nice.
Yeah. All right. Willard, in his Garfield Christmas colors, has completed the collection of all 7 crystals. What is it that we do when somebody has all 7 crystals?
I think we play a game.
A game of games.
So, in chat, put your number in for which key. Well, let me start over. Put your number in chat for which chest in Gannis Tower will have the big key 1 through 22.
Or you can say the room if that's what you prefer. Tile room, Bob's chest, torch.
And if you are a sub or have donated 250 bits across the Speed Gaming channels, you'll be entered if you win by picking the closest number or the correct number entered onto our leaderboard.
All right, and as soon as Willard enters into Ganon's Tower here, we will stop the game. So, real quick, last guesses. 1, 2, 3.
What are you feeling tonight?
I'm gonna say I want the fire snake room.
Fire snack room. I always go for whatever number 18 is going to be. But I'm feeling a little bit more like a little bit more mid-range number this time around. Just not too early, not too late, but just right.
Is Willard just going straight left? He didn't do the first 2 chests on the right? Crazy.
Must be really feeling it.
Alright, that's 6, since he hasn't done the right side. And Arius is making the play back to pod, so hopefully he'll be heading to the maze ASAP to grab his mirror. This will be chest 7. Which is the one I guessed, which is the fire snake room. Ugh.
It's a key. It's not a big key.
Yeah. Ten is a magic cape. 11 is a heart piece.
And now we're heading to the right.
Oh, well, getting those 2 chests didn't hurt him. Didn't help him. Alright, coming up on chests 14, 15, 16, and 17.
Oop, missed the switch there. Have to go for the bomb strat because out of magic.
14 is the winning number this evening.
Congratulations to our user who actually picked number 14.
Congrats.
Psy Millennial.
All right, now we start our gauntlet climb.
I think we're just gonna go with straight arrows and butter sword slashes here. Oh, did Willard turn off his silver arrows?
Yeah, it reduces lag. A lot
Yeah.
of these guys can be killed by a single arrow or with the butter sword just a slash.
Yeah, with I was gonna say with butter sword and silvers it's just pretty easy. But hey, but just butter sword and arrows in general, I guess
Yeah.
it's no problem. Did he just like one spin slash land molas?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Alright, so it looks like Arius has lost connection for a moment. Hopefully his stream will kick back on in a second while he continues to play through. We're going to assume that he's doing some last overworld checks for the bow once he grabbed his mirror. I mean, it is possible, as somebody said in chat, that he found the mirror in the dark maze and then ended up breaking something. But we'll just hope that he's continuing to play through.
Yeah, that's all good here. Willard, ignoring every single of the chest, doesn't need anything.
Not a thing.
Moldorm, play nice. There we go.
Yeah. Oh, and Willard didn't switch to hookshot.
I did enjoy those bomb drops off the edge there.
Yeah. All right. Let's see how many rounds we get here with Aghanim.
All right, Math Wizard. I think that was was that a triple?
Triple. Triple, double, single.
3, 2, 1, done.
Go, go, go.
Again, and dropping some, science facts on us. That's what you call that thing, science. Well, there's a little low on hearts here. I'd be a little tiny nervous of hitting stuff, but oh, he's already in phase 3. Never mind.
Yep.
Teleports.
Teleports.
I think he just totally skipped phase 2 there
Yeah.
by positioning himself well.
Getting those dashes in with the butter sword is crazy. Did you find the arrows in the dark world? Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't hidden at all. They were
Ooh.
just kind of right out in the open.
1, 2. Oh, so close. Ah, nice. All right. Looks to be that Willard will be our first place winner of the night with an official SRTV time of 1 hour, 44 minutes, and 36 seconds.
A winner is you indeed. Hold that Triforce above your head.
Winner. Triforce dinner. And it does look that Arius has forfeited the race. Simply because of how our runners do their streams now with the 15-minute delay to prevent any stream sniping or anything. We see that Arius finished or forfeit as Willard finished, and shut off his stream. So we now have Willard to join us. GG, Willard.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
How did you find your seed this evening?
Stupid.
You made some... Sorry, go ahead.
No, it was fun. It was just like the midway point was kind of like, all right, I can dip Eastern, I can dip Pod, I can dip T-Rock. This was after Ice Palace getting Ether. I was like, okay, none of those sound very appealing. So let's do the smart play and probably do what my opponent did. Because sometimes people will do Eastern Palace early. And as I was heading in there, I realized, oh my gosh, Flippers are on Death Mountain. You needed Lamp to get up there. And Lamp was on Batcave, which was from Powder that I sequence broke. So there's a really good chance that Flute's going to be in here. And then the very next chest was Flute. And I was like, all right, perfect. Awesome. Thank you.
We were trying to decide between Skullwoods and Eastern Palace because you only got one item out of Skullwoods.
Mm-hmm.
So we were like, oh man, it's going to be in Skullwoods and he's not going to go back and check for a while.
It was one of those, it was just like the last race. I was like, if the item I need is in Skullwoods, it's probably already over. So we got to double down on these dumbs, which is also why I went ahead and did Mire. I was like, if Mire is also Ether, I'm going in. And I wish it wasn't. I wish it had been Quake or something. And also why I went up and did T-Rock right after that and that stupid shovel. So fortunately, it seems like both me and my opponent put off Pod for extremely late. Which is funny.
Arius didn't do a fake powder or anything, and I think he just put off using powder to get Lamp. He did go into Pod, but he got he was low on hearts and ended up getting hit by a fire in one of the dongos.
Yeah, that's rough.
So he left after that and did a couple more checks. He had the ice rod, so he went up to Turtle Rock, finished that, hoping potentially for something there. So he had just entered the Dark Maze when I believe you guys had finished, and that's when he had cut his stream and declined the interview. So
yeah. No biggie. Yeah, so he got to do T-Rock in one go, but still, I think it was set up regardless for the key on Laser Bridge to be required, so.
Yeah, and he did Turtle Rock before you did.
Figured. And then when I was talking to him in the SRTV channel, he was in Swamp Palace. He said, I'm in Swamp Palace looking for the bow, and I said, it ain't in there.
Yeah.
Which was a good play. I'm so glad I made that choice, because it's like, all right, Flute led to nothing, so it's got to lead to something, right? And I remember a seed I had previously where I was looking for the Fire Rod, and I was like, I'll just go ahead and do all the Swamp. And then afterwards, I was like, I should have gone to Checkerboard.
Technically, Flute led to everything in this seed because that was your Death Mountain access.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
Yeah, so that's where you got Book, both boots, flippers and boots, which then flippers to powder on Zora's Ledge would have led to Lamp, logically. So,
right. But I didn't put that because I sequence broke the crap out of Death Mountain, which as soon as I got that hook shot, I was like, yeah, it's a good play. Especially having mitts early, which I had a good laugh after I got them on blind because I was like, all right, so this is why I'm doing this with Fighter Sword and like 6 hearts.
I couldn't tell. I blinked and he was gone.
Yeah. Most of your boss fights were really quick, very clean.
Except for that Moldorn fight. That was pretty bad. But
True.
Okay. If that's the only fight that I'm bad at, that's okay.
Just special.
I am just glad I finally got that one cycle on Landmolas 2 with the gold sword. I've been failing that a lot lately, so I was happy with that.
Yeah, and the one cycle on Trinex as well. It was very clean.
Oh, that's easy, though. That's super easy. Easy with gold sword. I am mad that I didn't get the triple on Ganon, though, because I think I was 3 for 3 for triples on Ganon. So, man, I've been getting really easy seeds with, like, swords, silvers, red mail. I think every single seed I've had, I've finished with all 3 of those. Maybe. I'd have to go back and look. But, yeah, GG's to Arius. Thank you guys for commentating. This was a heck of a seed. I don't really know how next round's gonna go based on my opponent.
Who is
I'm a
your
little
opponent?
worried. Pink Kitty Rose.
Oh, yeah.
But for the time being, I'm gonna be partying up at SGDQ, so I ain't even gonna think about it.
That sounds like a great time, and I hope you have fun. Thank you again for your race. It was very entertaining.
No problem.
GG's on your next round of brackets, and good luck as well.
Thank you, thank you.
And of course, have fun at SGDQ.
Yes.
Oh, I will. See you guys later.
Have a good night. Well, Karaoke, thank you so much for joining me tonight on this commentary, and everybody in chat for joining us and watching this great race. Do you have any other questions, comments?
No, just everybody continue to enjoy watching the bracket races as they continue on.
Yeah, and it does look like this race and the other race that was scheduled on the ALTTP Randomizer channel, just the randomizer one, were the last two of the races for this evening. And I don't see anything else actually happening tonight either, so
Link to the Past Randomizer. Bracket stages continue tomorrow, starting at 12:30 p.m. Eastern summertime, daylight time. Zeal versus Azasis on Speed Gaming 3. And of course, check out all the other Speed Gaming channels. They have a schedule available for all of your cool tournament and showcase races going on.
yes. And thank you again, Karaoke, for commentating with me.
And thank you, Miss Metroid. I'm glad you had a fun time. I had a fun time too.
Great. Thanks again, Speed Gaming, for hosting the event, all of our staff. Thanks to Willard and Arius for a great race. It was very fun to watch. You guys did very well. Have a good evening.
Bye, everybody.